right? Data regarding number of right? Data regarding number of junior college students, graduates, postgraduates. Only 3 types, right? Studying in ABCD colleges, right? Ratio is given as 3, 5, 2, 5. 3 is to 5 is to 2 is to 5. Total number is not given. For these type of questions, this is about college A. Next para is about B, next para C and D. So if total number is not given in the question, in instruction itself, that will be there in either para related to college A, B, C, D. Try to find it out first. Where do we have the data? Last, D. In college D, 35% of the total number of students are graduates. So we have 4 categories, 4 colleges A, B, C, D, and in each college we have junior college, graduates, postgraduates. And in college D, 35% of the total number of students are graduates. This is 35% already. And 8/13 of the remaining students are junior colleges. 35% is over, remaining is 65%. Out of 65%, 1/13 is 5%. 8/13, 8 5 is 40%. 40% are from junior colleges. So remaining is 25%, and it is given as 1500. So if 25% is 1500, 1% is divided by 25, which is 60. 35% into 60. Forget about 0. We can add 0 later. 35 6 times. 36 times 180. Wait. Don't confuse me. Into 6, right? 35 into 2 into 3. 70 into 3, 210. So that is 2100. You understand my calculation? 35 into 6. Let's write 6 as 2 into 3. 35 2 times 70 becomes a round figure. 73 times 210. And then you need to add 0. 40 into 60, 2400. Now you know total number of students in college D. That is total 6000. And in terms of number of parts, that is equal to 5 parts. From the ratio, right? Where is it? So this is 5 parts. So 5 parts is equal to 6000. Number of students in college B also should be equal to 6000. If 5 parts is 6000, 1 part is 1200. Number of students in A is 3 parts, should be 3600. And in C we have 2 parts, that is 2400. These are total number of students from A, B, C, D. Let's fill one by one. In college A, 40% of the students are from junior colleges, 40%. Don't go for conversion, let it be like this. Do it when it is required. Out of the remaining 60%, the respective ratio between graduates and postgraduates is 5:4. So out of 60%, you need to divide it in the ratio 5:4. Keep it like this. We will do it when it is required. And B, in college B, 2/5 of the total number of students are junior colleges, 2/5 in the sense 40%. Out of the remaining 60%, where is this? Out of the remaining, the respective ratio between number of students, graduates and postgraduates is 5:3. Same percentage, 60%, but now the ratio becomes 5:3. Next, in college C, 50% of the total number of students are junior college students. This is 50% here. Out of the remaining, 5/8 are graduates and the remaining are postgraduates. If 5/8 are graduates, what about remaining? 3/8. So that is in the respective ratio 5:3. So now you have 50% divided into 5:3 ratio. Here we have 60% divided in the ratio 5:3. Here also we have 60% divided in the ratio 5:4. That is graduates to postgraduates. This is our information. This is enough. Now you can start your question. 46. What is the difference between total number of postgraduates in college A and B together and that in colleges C and D together, C and D together, and A and B together. This is about postgraduates. In terms of percentage, it is 60%. Let's calculate 60%. Half plus 10%. Half of this number 1800 plus 360. 2160. Now 2160 divided into 9 parts, because you have 5:4 total 9 parts. 9 2 times, 4 times, and then 0. So graduates are 5 parts. 5 times of this number, take 10 times and make it half, you will get 5 times. 2400 half 1200. Out of this, if 1200 are graduates, remaining all are postgraduates. Remaining in the sense 940. 960, correct. Now 60%. 60% of 6000. Very easy, 3600. Now divide 3600 into how many parts? 8 parts. 4 times of 8. Wait, 32. You have 40. 5 times. And then 0. So 1 part is 450. 5 parts becomes 5 into 450. 10 times and then make it half. 2250. 10 times of this number is 4500. Half of that is 2250. And now postgraduates are 3 parts, which is 1350. 50% of this number 1200. 1200 is divided into 8 parts. 1 part is 75. 1200 divided into 8 parts. 1 part is 150. 75 అంటే తలకాయ లుపుతున్నారు. 1 part is 150. Now you need to have 5 parts, which is 750. 750. Hey. 3 parts, 450. Now you are just asked about difference. Difference between these two and then these two. Take 40 from this number, add 40 here, this becomes a round figure, 1000. And here you have 1310 plus 1000, 2310. 2310. Add these two numbers, 1950. Difference is 360. Now you have complete data. Now whatever you want you can do. 47. What is the respective ratio between total graduates now from college A and total number of postgraduates in college B? This one, right? 0 0 cancel. 120 by 225. 120 by 225. Both are 3 multiples. Both are 5 multiples. Hence will be a multiple of 15. 15 how many times? 8 times. How many options are starting with 8? Only one. Final. Enough. Next. 48. What is the average of total number of junior college students in A, B, C together? 40%, 40%, 50%. You need to do that. 40% of this number, 10%, 360, double, 720, double, 1440. 360, double, 1440. 40%, 10%, 600, double, 1200, double, 2400. And this is 1200. Now, wait a minute. You asked about average, right? 1200, 2400, 3600, 3600 plus 1400, 5000 plus 40, 5040. You are asked about average, so divided by 3. 1, 6, 8, 0, 1680. Number of graduate students in college D are what percent more than number of graduate students in college C? College D we have 2100. These guys are how many, how much, 2100 is how much more than 750? 1350. 1350. So 2100 is 1350 more, that of 750 into 100. What percent more this is? 100% of denominator is 750. 200%? 1500. But this is 150 less, right? If 200% is 1500, 150 would be 20% only, right? So it is, numerator is 150 less than 200%. So that should be 20% less than 200%, answer 180%. What percent of the total number of students in college D are junior college students? What percent? 2400 is what percent of this number? 10%. 600. How many 600s are here? 4. So 10% into 4, 40% answer. Next, 51. X age 3 years ago was 3 times the present age of Y. At present, Z's age is twice the present. Z's age is twice the age of Y. Also, Z is 12 years younger than X. What is Z's present age? Right, you are asked about Z's age. We have 3 persons X, Y, Z. Initially, you are given comparison between X age and Y age 3 years ago. So let me take 3 years ago age, and it is given that 3 years ago X age was 3 times the present age of Y. If Y's age is 1 part, X age becomes 3 parts. When was this? 3 years ago. Then present age of X becomes 3 parts plus 3. Y age becomes 1 part plus 3. You need to add 3 years. And at present Z's age is twice that of age of Y. 2 times of Y's age. 2 parts. Ma? Yes. At present, I am taking present only. X age 3 years ago was 3 times. Correct. If present age of Y is P, 3 years ago X age becomes 3 parts. Yes, correct. Then present age of X becomes 3 parts plus 3. At present Z's age is 2 times of Y's present age, and the age difference between X and Y is given as 12 years. 12 years. Difference between 3 parts plus 3 and 2 parts is P plus 3, which is given as 12. P is equal to 9. What is your question? You are asked about Z's present age. 18 years. Next, the interest received on a sum of money when invested in scheme A is equal to the interest received on the same sum of money when invested for 2 years in scheme B. Scheme A offers simple interest and scheme B offers compound interest. Both the schemes offer the same rate of interest if the numerical value of number of years for which the sum invested in scheme A is the same as the numerical value of the rate of interest offered by the same scheme. What is the rate of interest offered by scheme A? Here scheme A offers simple interest and scheme B offers compound interest first of all. This is given for certain number of years or 2 years? 2 years. This is given for how many years? 2 years. Same when invested for 2 years. N value is 2. Rate of interest are same. Principals are same. And in scheme A, N value is equal to the rate of interest used in this scheme. So n is equal to r. That's what given. Scheme B is given for how many years? 2 years. Principles are same. And they said interest obtained in scheme A is same as the interest obtained in scheme B. So simple interest on scheme A is same as compound interest in scheme B. Are you getting? Now let me calculate simple interest. P n r by 100. You can change variables later, keep it aside. Compound interest in scheme B becomes P of 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 2 minus 1. These two are same. And n value is equal to r value, this side. N is equal to r. So r square by 100 is equal to, let me take 100 common here. This becomes 100 plus r whole square by 100 square. Take 100 square common, it becomes minus 100 square by 100 square. Cancel, 100 comes to this side. 100r square is equal to a plus b whole square minus a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b, a plus b 200 plus r, a minus b r. Simply I can write it as r square, r gets cancelled, r comes to this side, 99r is equal to 200, r is equal to 200 by 99, which is 2 by 99%. Amma? What is the rate of interest offered by scheme A? మీరేమంటున్నారు చెప్పండి. రావట్లా అందులో అంటే you don't have any number, right? Number of years compared with respect to rate of interest. Cannot do. 53. A trader sells an item to a retailer at 20% discount but charges 10% on the discounted price for delivery and package. The retailer sells it for 2046 more rupees, thereby earning a profit of 25%. At what price had the trader marked the item? You asked about market price. Let's say market price is 100%. Market price of this item is 100%. I am giving you 20% discount. So I will sell it for 80%, but I am charging 10% on 80% towards packaging and delivery charges. 10% on 80 is 8. So I am selling it for 88 now. Right? I am trader and you are retailer. You are getting it for 88. And if you increase its cost by 2046 rupees, that 2046 is their profit, right? Yes or no? You have purchased it for 88% and then you are increasing its value by 2046 rupees. Whatever 2046 that you get, that is your profit. And in terms of percentage, thereby earned a profit of 25%. So you have purchased it for what percentage? 88. On 88 you will get 25% profit. How do you get 25%? Half and half. 88. 22%. So your total profit percentage is 22%, and which in terms of a number is equal to 2046. You asked about market price, that is 100%. 100% is how much? Wait. Ma. %. From this, you can get 11%, right? Yes, sir. How much is that? 1, 0, 2, 3. And now you need to calculate 100%. 11% ends with 3, right? One person should end with 3 then. Yes or no? How many options are there? 90. Or else, just calculate 11%. 10% of this number? 930. 1%? 930 plus 93? Will you get this number or not? Need not to go for calculation part. Get it from answer to question. $54. The respective ratio between the monthly salaries of Rene and Som is 5:3. Out of her monthly salary, Rene gives 1/8 of as rent, 1/5 to her mother, 30% her education loan, and keeps 25% aside for miscellaneous expenditure. Remaining 5,000 she keeps as savings. What is Som's monthly salary? Fine. Som's monthly salary, 3 parts. Answer should be 3 multiple, all are 3 multiple. Keep it aside. Forget about ratio for time being. You have fractions, 1/8 and then 1/5. Don't want to use fraction. Whatever the LCM denominators that you have, take LCM for those denominators. 8 and 5, LCM 40. So, who is that guy? Rene. She is getting total 40 parts. Rene is getting 40 parts. Out of 40 parts, 1/8 is over. 1/8 of that number? 1/8 of that number. 5 parts over. And next 1/5 to her mother. 1/5 of this number. 8 parts is over. 30% is also over. 30% of what? 30% of 40 is 12 parts. 12 parts is over. Next, 25% aside, kept aside for miscellaneous. 25%, 10 parts. And remaining 5,000, she has for savings. In terms of number of parts, 10, 20, 30, 5 parts are over. Remaining parts, 5 parts, which is equal to 5,000. 40 parts, 40,000. 40 parts, 40,000. And number of parts here, in the ratio, it is 5. So, 5 parts is equal to 40,000 from the initial ratio, and Som's salary is 3 parts is equal to how much? 8. 5, 8 times 3 zeros. 3, 8 times 3 zeros. Next, a man takes 2.2 times as long to row. What do you mean by long? Time. How long will you stay here? And the time. So, time taken is 2.2 times in upstream as to row in downstream. If he can row 55 kilometers downstream in 2 hours 30 minutes, 2.5 hours, what is the speed of the boat in still water? Now you have straightforward comparison downstream and then upstream. The time taken in upstream is 2.2 times that of time taken in downstream. I don't want to use decimal here, so let it be 22 parts and this as 10 parts. If time ratio is 22 and 10, speed ratio becomes 10 and then 22, inverse ratio. And man covered 55 kilometers in 2.5 hours. In 1 hour, 22 kilometers. In 1 hour, 22 kilometers. Yes? So, downstream speed becomes 22 kilometer per hour. Downstream speed is equal to 22 parts, which is equal to 22 kilometer per hour. You are asked about speed of the boat in still water, man's speed. When you have upstream speed and downstream speed, how will you get man's speed? Average. Average of these two numbers. 22 and then 10, 32, half, 16 parts. 16 parts is equal to how much? 16 kilometer per hour. Yes. Next. Your first point, net revenue is equal to gross revenue minus amount allocated for C discounted offers. C in the sense commission and discounted offers. From your gross salary, if you subtract these two, then you will get net revenue. Okay? You have to subtract second number and third number from the first number to get your fourth number. That's what given. Few values are missing, yes, based on the requirement you have to calculate it. Now let us see 56th question. Amount allocated for commission in March is what percent less than amount allocated for commission in July? Amount allocated for commission in March is what percent less than amount allocated for commission in July? In July, they have allocated 40,000 and here it is 31,200. They said what percent less? 31,200 is 8,800 less. And you need to calculate in terms of percentage. 10% 4,000, 20% 8,000, 2% 800, 22% is 8,800. 8,800 less, so 22% less. Next 57. In July, if 40% of gross revenue of the magazine was collected from advertisement, 40% of this number collected from advertisements, what was the amount of gross revenue collected from the advertisement in that particular month? Right. So you need to calculate this number. How will you get this number first? Tell me. When you add everything, you will get this, right? Let me first concentrate on lakhs, then thousands, and then I will go to another number. 3 lakhs, 2,000 added here, 30,000, 70,000, that's it. So total 3,70,000, and now you need to calculate 40%. 10% of this number is this one, 37,000, double 74, double 148, 1,48,000. Fifth option. Next, in March, if the net revenue of the magazine was 85% of its gross revenue, so this is net revenue is given as 85%. What was the amount allocated for discount and offers? Here. So if net revenue is 85% of gross revenue, amount allocated for commission and discount and offers together will be 15%, right? Yes sir. 15%, 10%, 36,000, 5%, 18,000, 36,000 plus 18,000, 54,000. From 54,000 if you subtract 31,200, you will get other number. Just subtract 31,200, answer is 22,800. In May, the respective ratio of amount allocated for commission and amount allocated for discount and offers is 4:3 in May. In May, this ratio is 4:3. So this is 4 parts and this is 3 parts. What was the gross revenue of the magazine in May? 3 parts is equal to 36,000. 1 part is 12,000. 4 parts is 48,000. So this is 48,000. If you add those 3 numbers, then you will get your number, gross revenue. Right? 3 lakh, keep it aside. 36, 36, 72, 72, 48. 1 lakh 20. 4 lakh 20,000. 4 lakh 20,000. What is the difference between net revenue of the magazine in April and its gross revenue in June? Net revenue, where is this way? Net revenue of the magazine in April, net revenue, this one, and gross revenue in June, gross revenue in June, this one. I think just now we have calculated it, right? 3 lakh, keep it aside. 30,000, 30,000, 60,000, 60,000 plus 42,000, 1 lakh 2,000. Total it is 4 lakh 2,000. How will you get this number? Subtract these two from this. 28,000 plus 16,000, 44,000. First subtract 20,000, again you can subtract 24,000. From 3 lakh, if you subtract 24,000, that will give you 2 lakh 76,000. 2 lakh 76,000. You asked about difference. Our middle number is 3 lakhs. This number is 1 lakh 2,000 more, 1 lakh 2,000 more, and this is 24,000 less. So 1 lakh 2,000 plus 24,000, 1 lakh 26,000 is our answer. Number series? Amma, any particular question? 64 and 65. 62. Into half minus half. Into 1 plus 1. Into 1 and half minus 1 and half into 2 plus 2. I think difference. 16. 33. 67. And it is 1, 1, 8. 180. Again difference. 17. 34, 50, 17 2 times, 17 3 times, 68, 186. You should subtract 186. Subtract 200, add 14. Antena? 80 undiga, right. Into 1 plus 1 cube, into 2 plus 2 cube, into 3 plus 3 cube, into 4 plus 4 cube, into 5 plus 5 cube. Right? Quadratic. What is the volume of the cylinder? Pi r square h, right? So to answer this you need to know radius and height, both. First one, the respective ratio between the radius and height of the cylinder is 7:8. The total surface area of the cylinder is 4125 square meters. Total surface area. Total surface area. 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. And you are given radius and height ratio. So radius will be 7 parts and height is 8 parts. 7 parts into 8 parts. Some number into p square. Here also r square. 7p whole square. This is also you will get it in terms of p square. And which is given as 4125. Using this, can you calculate one part value? Using that, will you get r value and h value separately? Yes. Once you have r and h separate values, then you can calculate pi r square h. Will you get answer or not? Just conclude it. Yes. Using one alone, you will get it. The diameter of the cylinder is 35. What about height? Height is not given. So 2 alone is not sufficient. You will get answer from 1 alone but not 2. What is the cost price of the table? It asks about cost price. The percent of profit made when the table was sold for 184.80 was twice as much as when it was sold for 158.40. from this question, from this information, will you get answer or not? 158.4 is selling price, which is cost price sum profit, and here you have 185.80, and profit obtained in this case is 2 times of profit obtained in the previous case. So this is cost price plus 2p. Yes sir. What is difference here? P. Will you get P in terms of number? Yes. If you subtract that P from here, will you get cost price? Yes or no? Will you get answer or not? Wait a minute. Don't conclude. Do you have profit or profit percentages? Look at your information carefully. Is profit in second case 2 times of the profit in first case, or profit percent obtained in second case is 2 times of the profit percent obtained in first case? Which one is correct? Profit double undannada, profit percentage double undannada? They said in terms of percentage. If information is given in terms of percentage, will you get answer? Will you get answer? Yes or no? Will there be any difference between profit, if profit percentage is double? If profit percentage is double, does it mean that profit is double in second case? Profit percentage double అయింది అంటే profit double అయినట్టు కాదా? మాట్లాడు. Yes or no? Whether you have in terms of rupees or in terms of percentage, you will get answer. Don't get confused. If profit in second case is 2 times of the profit in first case, or profit percent obtained in second case is 2 times of the profit percent obtained in first case, whatever it is, you will get your answer. One alone is sufficient. But now look at the second one. The market price of the table is fixed at 40% above the cost price, and then a discount of 20% is given. The profit earned will be 12%. What is your question? First of all, tell me. Cost price, in the sense you need to discuss in terms of rupees. Do you have rupees in second option? Get rid of it. You will not get answer from it. You need to have some number in terms of rupees. That is not given in second option, so you will not get answer. 1 alone is sufficient, but not 2 alone. Equal sums have been invested in 2 schemes. Principles are same. A and B for 2 years. Scheme A offers simple interest, while scheme B offers compound interest, compounded annually, but the schemes have equal rate of interest. Both the schemes have equal rate of interest. What is the rate of interest percentage per annum offered by each scheme? You are asked about rate of interest. Principles are same. Number of years same. Rate of interest also same. Interest also same. Interest same. Interest same. Me part scheme A offers simple interest, scheme B offers compound interest. Interest obtained in scheme B will be definitely more than scheme A. మనిషి ఉన్నారు, మనసు లేదు. అంతే కదా? Scheme B offers compound interest, so you will definitely get more interest than scheme A. The sum doubles itself in 8 years in scheme A. Scheme A offers simple interest. Scheme A offers simple interest, right? Yes or no? 100% becomes 200%. In how many years? What is interest obtained in 8 years? 100%. If 100% becomes 200%, interest obtained in that case becomes 100% in 8 years. So per year that will be 100 by 8%, right? Yes or no? We are getting answer. Is it in scheme A or scheme B? Scheme A. Both. Rate of interest in scheme A is same as rate of interest in scheme B. Whatever it is, either scheme A or scheme B, rate of interest is 12.5%. Correct? Next. 1 alone is sufficient. Next, come on. The interest obtained from scheme A per annum on the given sum is 280 rupees. Simple interest for 2 years is 280. The interest earned from scheme B after 2 years is 35 more than the interest earned from scheme A after 2 years. Will you get answer from this question? Yes or no? If simple interest for 2 years is 280, what about per year interest? So first year you will get 140 rupees, second year also 140, simple interest. Will there be any difference between simple and compound for the first year? No. Second year also you will get 140 plus some extra money. Yes or no? Yes. How much you are getting extra money in scheme B? For 2 years, 35 rupees. It is given that scheme A after 2 years is 35 rupees more than scheme A's simple interest after 2 years. This. What is the reason for getting 35 rupees here? That is interest on first year's interest. 50% of this number? 25% of that number? What is rate of interest? 25%. Is that number 25% for 1 year or 2 years? In first option, what is our rate of interest? Rate of interest per annum, 12.5%. And here, rate of interest per annum, 25. Is that 25% per year or for 2 years? Huh? Me ded dimak per year. Ded dimak ante tittu kaadu. Ded ante half or 1/4 ano. 1.5 అంటే ఎక్కువ ఉందని చెప్పానా? Maybe. So this is 25% per annum only. Don't get confused. మీకు గుర్తుందా ప్రిన్సిపల్ మీద పర్సంటేజ్ యాడ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాం కదా? That is 25% per annum. So will you get answer from 2 alone? Yes. 1 alone? Is there any condition that something like face value of the number in first option should be equal to face value of the number in second option? Do you have any condition like that? No. You just need to confirm whether you can get your answer or not. That's it. Enough. Numbers need not to be same in both the options. What is A's mother's present age? The respective ratio between A's father's age and A's present age is 7:2. You don't have any number here. First of all, you will not get answer from first. Second one, the combined present ages of A's father and A's is 6 years more than the combined present ages of A's mother and A. In the sense, father's age is 6 years more than mother's age, right? వాడు అట్టిపోండే, వాడు అక్కడ ఉన్నాడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాడు. ఎక్కువ వచ్చిందంటే ఎవరికి ఎక్కువ ఉన్నట్టు? ఫాదర్కి మదర్కి వాళ్ళిద్దరిలో ఉన్న డిఫరెన్సే. సో ఫాదర్స్ ఏజ్ ఈజ్ 6 years more than mother's age. Yes or no? Next. 18 years ago, A's father's age that time was 1/3 times of mother's age at that time. How many years ago? 18 years back. Let's calculate. 18 years back. Father's age and mother's age. If mother age is 3 parts, father age is 4 parts. How many times they said? 1/3. 1/3 in the sense 4/3. I don't want to start my question with fraction. So I want to start this with denominator of that fraction, which is 3 parts. In that case, father's age becomes 4/3 into 3, that is 4 parts. In terms of number of parts, father's age is how many parts more than mother's age? 1 part. What is age difference between father's age and mother's age? When was that? ఎప్పుడు 6 years difference తో ఉంటారు? Always 6 years. So here also 1 part should be equal to 6 years. 3 parts, 6 3 is 18. And your question is about A's mother's age. If 18 years ago, if you know A's mother's age, can you calculate present age of mother or not? 36. Have you used any information in first option? So 1 alone is not sufficient, but 2 alone will give you answer. How much time will train M take to cross train N, running in opposite direction towards each other? So both are moving. So if a train tries to cross another train, distance traveled in that case becomes, distance will be equal to train length 1 plus train length 2. So you need to know train length 1 plus train length 2. And you are asked about how much time. So time t is equal to distance by speed. Speed of the first train and speed of the second train. Both are moving opposite to each other, so relative speed becomes s1 plus s2. So you need to know train length 1 plus train length 2, speed of the first train, speed of the second train. These 4 variables are must. Now look at the first word. Train M can cross a single signal pole in 7 seconds. With this information, can you calculate speed of the train M? Why? Distance is not given. Train length is not given. If you know train length, that becomes distance. You have distance and you have time. Then you can calculate speed. So 1 alone is not at all sufficient for us. And next, the respective ratio of the speeds of train M and N are in the ratio 3:5. The sum of the lengths of train M and N is 656. So do you have train length 1 plus train length 2 data? Yes or no? Yes, we have train length 1 and train length 2. Do you know speeds? Do you know speeds? It is given in terms of parts. But using that, can you calculate one part value? You cannot use number of parts, right? You should use speed in terms of kilometer per hour or meter per second. You need physical number, but instead of that you are given ratio. So will you get answer from only 2 alone? 1 alone and 2 alone M here. You are given combined length of train M and N as 656, and there is no relation between those two numbers also. So individual value cannot be done. Once if you don't have individual value, that is length of train M, you cannot calculate speed of train M. Separate values are not possible. So answer cannot be determined using 1 and 2 together also. అదే క్వశ్చన్లో ఈక్వల్ లెన్స్ అనే వర్డ్ వాడారు అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు చేయొచ్చా? క్వశ్చన్లో ఈక్వల్ లెన్స్ అని వాడితే చేయొచ్చా? ఎస్. 1 and 2 నుంచి రెండిటికి డిస్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ లెంత్ ఆఫ్ ట్రైన్ ఎమ్. ఇఫ్ యూ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ దాట్ ఇన్ ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ యూ కెన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ ట్రైన్ ఎమ్, అండ్ ఇన్ సెకండ్ ఆప్షన్ యూ హ్యావ్ రేషియో, సో యూ విల్ గెట్ సెకండ్ స్పీడ్ ఆల్సో. నెక్స్ట్, quantity 1 and quantity 2. Prabha started a business by investing 32,000 after 5 months. Amit joined her with a capital of 22,000 at the end of the year. The total profit was 16,409. What is Prabha's share of the profit? Prabha invested 32,000 for 12 months. Amit joined after 5 months with 22,000. After 5 months in the sense will be there for 7 months. End of the year total profit was 16,409 Prabha's share. Right. Come on, cancellation. 6 times and then 11 times. No more cancellations, right? No more cancellations. 32 6 times. 192. And then 77. Total how many parts we have? 269 parts. If you add 8 here, it becomes round figure. Take 8 here, you will have 69. Total 269. So 269 parts is total profit, and which in terms of number is equal to 16,409. You are asked about Prabha's share, which is 192 parts. We have to calculate it, keep it aside. Just hold it. Anyway, we need to go for comparison, right? Let's calculate quantity 2. Prerna decided to donate 15% of her salary to orphanage. On the day of orphanage, she changed her mind and donated 1896, which was 80% of what she had decided earlier. 80% of what? Or 15% of 80? One and the same. That should be equal to 12%. And 12% is equal to this number, right? So 12% is equal to 1896, and you are asked about 100% is equal to how much? 12 ones, 69, 5 times, 8 times. 100% becomes 158,000. This is quantity 2. If 269 parts is equal to 16,409, will 192 parts will be nearby 15,800? Will this number be 15,800? Yes or no? No. Far less than that number. Far less than that number. Yes or no? So quantity 1 is less than quantity 2. You need not to calculate it. So don't just waste your time, especially for this, as you need to just compare it. If you are unable to get the number, just hold it like this and get the other value and then go for comparison. Quantity 1, 8 men and 4 women together can complete a piece of work in 6 days. The work done by a man in 1 day is equal to 2 times double the work done by a woman in 1 day. So 1 man efficiency is equal to 2 women efficiency. Correct? Now 8 men efficiency will be equal to 16 women plus 4 women, 20 women. So 20 women can complete the actual work in 6 days. This is the total work. Now 4 men. If 8 men and 4 women, the actual data, same data, 8 men and 4 women started working, and after 2 days, so they have worked for 2 days. They need to work for again 4 more days to complete the work. But after 2 days what happened? 4 men left, in the sense 8 women left, and 4 new women joined. 8 women left and 4 women joined. Overall effect is 4 women left. So 20 women need to complete the remaining work in 4 days, but out of 20 women, 8 women left and then 4 more women joined. Now we have only 16 women. 16 women can do it in how many days? M1D1, M2D2. 20 into 4 is equal to 16 into how much? 4 times 4, 5 times, 5 days. Quantity 1 is 5. Next. On a school's annual day, sweets were to be equally distributed among 112 students, 112 children. But on that particular day, 32 children were absent. Thus, the remaining children got 6 extra sweets. Why are they getting 6 extra sweets? Because 32 children were absent on that day. Out of 112, if 32 were absent, how many were present? And each kid is getting 6 extra sweets, right? Yes or no? One children is getting 6 extra sweets. Like that, how many children are getting? 80 children. So number of extra sweets distributed among the group becomes 80 into 6. These were the actual sweets to be distributed for how many students? ఇవన్నీ ఎవరి స్వీట్స్ అవి? మానేసినాలి కదా? Yes or no? So we are supposed to distribute these sweets among 32 children if they were present. If they were present. So each children will get 80 into 6 by 32. This number is more than 2 times into 6, so more than 12. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. Enough. The quantity 1, the compound interest occurred at an amount of 25,500 at the end of 3 years is 8,440.5. What would be the simple interest occurred on the same amount at the same rate of interest for the same period? Right, 8,440 compound interest for 3 years, this is. Right, if first year if you get X%, second year you will get more than X%, compound interest. Third year you will get more than X%. For 3 years together you will get more than 3X%. You know that concept. Let me try it. 10% of this number, 2550. 20%, 5100. But here we have more than that. Our interest is more than that. 30% of this number, 7650. Our number is more than that, but near about that. Yes or no? So this in terms of percentage is definitely more than 30%. So you can treat it as 10% per annum, right? Yes or no? If it is 10% per annum, simple interest for 3 years will be 30% only, right? And 30% is 7650. Just now we have calculated, which is quantity 1. Right? If you are not confident, you have to calculate everything then. Quantity 2. In a college election between two candidates, one candidate got 55% of the total valid votes. 15% of the votes were invalid. 85% were present. 85% were valid votes. Out of 85%, one guy is getting 55%. The other guy will get 45% of 85% of total population. If the total votes were 15,200, valid votes are 85% only. 85% of 15,200. And your question is about what is the number of valid votes that other candidate got. One guy will get 55%, so other will get 45%. 45% of this number. Yes or no? First of all, forget about 85%. 45% in the sense, half of this number, right? Will be less than that. Will be less than that. Half of this number itself is 7,600. 50% is 7,600. 45% will be definitely less than that. Here also we need to calculate first 85%. So the number itself will be definitely less than or near about 14,000. Quantity 1 more than quantity 2. You need not to calculate it. Just observe the number. The angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 2:4:7:5. Total how many parts we have? 18 parts is equal to 360 degrees. One part is 20 degrees. The smallest angle of the quadrilateral smallest angle, how many parts? 2 parts, which is 40 degrees. Smallest angle of the quadrilateral is 40 degrees. Is equal to the smallest angle of the triangle. Okay. For triangle also this is the smallest angle. One of the angle of the triangle is twice the smallest angle of the triangle. Smallest angle of the triangle is 40 degrees. So one of the angle should be 2 times of this, that is 80 degrees. What is the third angle then? 60 degrees. Sum should be 180 for triangle. What is the second largest angle? Second largest 60. So quantity 1 is 60 degrees. 60. Next, quantity 2. On a test consisting of 250 questions, Jessie answered 40% of the first 125 questions correctly. What percentage of the other 125 questions does she need to answer correctly for her grade on the entire exam to be 60%? So Jessie has total 250 questions. Let me divide it into 2 parts, 125 questions and 125 questions. And overall she is expecting 60%. Yes sir. So you can treat it as 60% on first 125 questions, 60% on next 125 questions. If she is able to score or answer 60% in first 125 and the next 125 questions, she will get 60% on overall 250 questions. Yes sir. No. But on first 125 questions she got only 40% correct. So to compensate that, she must score me paadi editi enduku meeku number enduku, she must score more than 60 or no? Yes or no? Quantity is more than 60. Quantity 2 is more than 60. The bus fare for one person is 420 from Agra to Aligarh. For one person is bus fare. Bus fare is 420. And the train fare between same places for one person is equal to 3/4 the bus fare of two persons between the same places. 3/4 of two persons bus fare. One person bus fare is 420, two persons bus fare 840, and train fare is 3/4 of this number. 1/4 of this number, 210 into 3, 630. 210 into 3, 630. So train fare is 630. What is the total fare paid by two persons travelling by bus? Into 2. 4 persons travelling by train into 4 between two places. This is what? 840. 600 4 times 2400, 34 is 120, 2400 120, 2520. 2520. So your number is 3360. 3360, quantity 1. Next, what would be the cost of building a fence around a square plot? Square plot, fencing. Which one you should concentrate? Area, perimeter. Perimeter. If it is pavement or plucking the field, then area comes to picture. Right? This is about fencing, perimeter only. Of the square plot whose area is equal to 361. This is 19 square. Side is 19. Perimeter is 4A. 4 into 19. Yes or no? This is perimeter. And if the price per foot, feet anukunta, building the fence is 62 rupees into 62. This is perimeter into price. 4 times, if the 4 times of this number, 62 4 times, 62 double, 124, again double, 248 into 19. 248 into 19. 248 20 times minus 110. 248 10 times 2480. 20 times 694. 4960. This is 20 times, but you need to have 19 times only, so minus 248. This will be definitely more than 3360. This is definitely more than 3360. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1.